Hey Edge fans, I'm here with Ransford Brempong. Rans, before we get into the playoffs and the last couple games of the season, take us to the last 3 games on the road.
Yeah, the last 3 games on the road were interesting for us. It was a positive experience at the end of it. Road trips are always they're always an adventure, sort of going out on the road and not having some of the things that we have here at home in terms of physio or the way St. John's and Mile 1 really takes care of us as players. So on the road, it's you really got to be mentally tough, and you got to deal through adversity. You got to deal through not practicing on a good practice court that might hurt your knees or whatnot, and really dial in for the game. So we lost the first one, and we won our last 2 games, which was I think those games were character building for us. In terms of the way we won those games, it was really a group effort. You saw a lot of different guys step up and have big games, and I think that's going to be really important and bode well for us as we move on into the playoffs. We're a team that I think we're very versatile. We got a lot of different weapons. We call our bench the bench mob because we got guys on that bench that are hungry, that know that they can play, and are looking for those opportunities when the team needs us and we can step up and give a positive contribution. And I think that's what we did over the last 2 games. Yeah.
Speaking of the bench mob, Jaron Skeet got the opportunity to come off the bench and start a couple of games. Can you just tell me about his performance over the last few games?
Yeah, so a guy like Skeet, he was sharp. We always say on the bench, you got to be like this. When we do that, we're talking about a knife. You got to be sharp as a basketball player, as an athlete. You never know when your time will be, when your number will be called, and it's your time to step up. And with Skeet, we were just playing with different lineups, and we were trying to figure out how to get the most out of all the guys on our team, and an opportunity opened up for Skeet. And I'm not surprised one bit that he was ready to take advantage, but he really stepped into that role as if, he'd been playing lots of minutes the whole game. As we know, Skeet has been, he's been sort of a utility player, and we used him in games when sort of the matchup was right or when we needed him or whatnot. And now he has this opportunity, and he's ready to go. He's a basketball player. He's skilled. He has a good shot. He has a very good command of the offense. And so I'm not surprised, again, like I said, with Skeet, he's keeping his tools sharp, and now he's ready. He has to go get something. He's hungry. We're hungry. We're a hungry team.
Speaking about being a hungry team and being ready and being sharp, tell us what the mentality is like in the dressing room when it comes to the playoffs.
Yeah. With the playoffs, I think with any team, if I'm going to be 100% honest, you get to a certain point in the year where, you at the beginning you're trying to establish who you are. You're trying to figure out, how far can we take this, and then you get to the middle of the season where, now you're playing. You're taking every team's like maybe their #1 shot, and they're really playing hard against you, and you're dealing with that, which is good if you want to be a championship team. And then, with a lot of teams, you get to a certain point where it's not complacency, but you're very aware that, okay, we have this many games left, and then the playoffs start. I think everyone's really hungry and ready around here. We want the playoffs to get going. I think we're at the point where we know what we can do. We know in terms of talent level, in terms of what we have as a team and where we stack up with everyone else in the league, and what we feel like we are able to accomplish and what we want as a team, that the playoffs, it's time to get out there. It's time to stop talking about it and just let's go get it done. I think the whole team has that mentality. We want to go in these playoffs. Obviously nothing's easy. No one gives you anything in this league or in life, but we feel like we have the right tools. We have the right weapons. We have the right mindset as a team to go into these playoffs and really do some damage. And our goal is not to go into the playoffs and be satisfied. We want to go deep. We want to get all the way down to the championship. That's the goal. I'll say it right away. I'm trying to get a championship. I'm trying to get towards getting some hardware, and to do that, it takes a lot. To do that, it takes a lot of accountability as players, as a team, but that's what we want.
Perfect, and I can tell you the office staff is just ready to go as well. Mentality that we've always had, is defend the rock. We also have no one behind the scenes is get it done. So we're excited to get it done. So this is Ransford Brempong, Ken O'Leary here. Go Edge, go.
Let's get it done.